say it's up then. And it ain't nothing to discuss then. Pillar talking with revenge, we like best friends. Just left Atlanta, now I'm in Bama on the West End. Blood on 125th, don't you know about that? I can't fall out with my niggas, where they do that at? In position for that power, I can't get it back. I got that on me now, we don't play like that.
He said the Bible don't teach you not to sin. Yes, the fuck it do. That's the whole point of following Christ. When he took us to First John, one second, Warrior. When he took us to First John, I read verse 7 where it said Christ cleanses you from all sins. Come on, man. This is insane. But that's that Christian dope. Go ahead, Marshall.
Out there teaching it like we teach. We teach you Christ is a nigga, man. We teach you God is a nigga. And guess who he loves? He loves niggas. He loves niggas. And that's one of the topics we're gonna talk about.
They say it's up then. And it ain't nothing to discuss then. Pillar talking with revenge, we like best friends. Just left Atlanta, now I'm in Bama on the West End. Blood on 125th.
We got 6 people in it.
Yeah, hey, I saw you, Marshall, vibe to that Cap McCall. I was about to hit it with you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, hey, for real. To be honest though, the ISUPK makes some of the dopest music. You know what I'm saying? I remember listening to like conscious music back in the in the day. Ain't got nothing on the music that's flowing up out of the ISUPK. All right. But we are back. I say that as if we ever left. You know what I'm saying? Shalom Israel. We in the building, and y'all know who it is. You know what I'm saying? And guess, look, I got another heavy hitter in the building with me. Y'all know who I am, Captain K, the Goggle Boy of the ISUPK, up under Commanding General. And then we got the mighty. Look, he special guest. He's special nigga, but he ain't no special guest. You understand? Because he been rocking with us forever. You understand? He been rocking with Commanding General Hunter for a long time. You understand? But Officer Tazayad in the building. You know what I'm saying? Officer Marshall in the building. There, right? Get it, brother ahead. Yup. So yeah, man, we got to wake our people up. We got it's a shame that they still sleep. I don't understand how you can sleep during a time like this. You know what I mean? Just think about like something tragic going on, like a house fire. Your house is on fire, you know. And soon as the smoke detector, the alarm go off, usually the person wake up in a panic, like you know what I'm saying? Oh, right. Start smelling the smoke and start coughing and choking and trying to find their way out, can't see, trying to go grab the kids and wife and everybody, trying to get everybody to safety. But for some odd reason, boy, our people is just the alarm been going off forever and they still sleep. The alarm has been going off forever and they still sleep. And on this first video that I'm gonna play, this is part of the reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Salakia, Shalom. Y'all about ISUPK? What's going on, Cap? What's going on, Officer Marshall? What's going on, everyone?
What's up, Mike, man?
Nothing much.
We got some more heavy hitters in the building. We got Officer Paul in the building. Then we got Officer Halakamah in the building holding it down.
Hey, Shalom, Adawanyam, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat. It's good to see y'all.
Yeah, right. Yep. Holding it down. So yeah, I'm gonna let me get this first video up. Like I said, when this guy, guess what he did? He turned around and gave everybody the rockabye, right? Y'all know the rockabye song, right? Rockabye, baby.
Come.
The treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. You sitting there holding the baby, looking at us in his eyes, just hoping that he would just drift off to sleep. They've been crying and needed a bottle, needed to be changed. You know what I'm saying? But now you got the baby in your arms and you singing "Rock-a-bye Baby on the treetop. When the wind blows the cradle will rock." And that's not a good song, actually. I don't even know. I don't even know about baby fall and the cradle breaking. I don't know how that's a good thing. You understand?
Right.
Guess what? That's actually what happened. You understand? As we got rocked to sleep, you understand? We got injured at the same time. Yeah, you know what I mean? The shit has not gotten better. And this guy, Martin Luther King Jr., he even sounded the alarm. He's about to say it. And you know what people still did? They still stayed asleep. You understand? Following this man's nightmare that he called a dream. He called it a dream at first, but now listen to him.
Confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare. Now, I'm not one to lose hope. I keep on hoping. I still have faith in the future. But I've had to analyze many things over the last few years, and I would say over the last few months. I've gone through a lot of soul-searching and agonizing moments. And I've come to see that we have many more difficult days ahead, and some of the old optimism was a little superficial, and now it must be tempered with a solid realism. And I think the realistic fact is that we still have a long, long way to go. I think the biggest problem now is that we got our gains over the last 12 years at bargain rates, so to speak. Didn't cost the nation anything. In fact, it helped the economic side of the nation to integrate lunch counters and public accommodations. I must confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare.
Okay, so you heard himself. He said that dream that he had of little black boys and black girls holding hands with little white girls and little white boys, he said it was a nightmare. He said it was a nightmare. This dream, this man right here, like, first off, I don't even know who in the fuck actually follows dreams anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna wake up out of a dream, you know what I'm saying, and then go try to pursue it. You know, people be dreaming some crazy shit.
Oh my God!
I'd have had some crazy dreams, my shop. You understand? But this cat had a dream, and he woke up and started pursuing that dream, man. And now here he is admitting that it turned into a nightmare. Now, how do you fix what you've done, man? You know what I'm saying? Look at what happened back then. Look at all them people that got beat up. You know what I'm saying? Trying to force themselves in restaurants where they weren't welcome. Right? What did Martin and Eddie Murphy do on Life, the movie Life? They said we went in there and said, "Lady, you got any apple pie? You got any Negro pie?" He said, "Oh, we don't sell Negro pie here." You know what I'm saying? 35 miles down the road, and then pulled a shotgun on him, tell him to get the hell up out of there.
That's a lot, you kept if I could, sir.
Go ahead, Mike.
Got a brother in the chat. He said he got a question.
Go ahead. What is it?
The high Salah. If you got a question, brother, put it in the chat. We'll address it.
I see one on TikTok too.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok.
I see just someone says you guys are smart but dumb. You guys can't read in context. Salvation is for everyone. It's clear. Hey,
damn.
Just someone, right? Just someone who's obviously a nobody. Can't even put his name out there. But show me how clear salvation is for everyone. Show me that. I would like to see that in the Bible. Give me the scripture that says salvation is for everyone, since it's so clear.
Damn right, sis, Lady J.
Hey, Cap, as I was watching that video of Martin Luther King, the nigga looked high. He looked like he on them purple Swisher Sweets.
Hey, he do. I wouldn't doubt if he was on drugs, man. Christians do some of everything. Christians do some of everything. They claim to love and follow Jesus and God, but then do everything the opposite of what both of them said do. You understand? So yeah, he do. He do. Yep. You got a little feedback coming through my channel too.
Okay.
Not on the TikTok. It's on the main one.
Okay, come on. Let's see if I can
Yeah.
I know what it is.
So yeah, so he himself said that dream that he had, right? He said he'd been to the mountaintops. Ain't that what he said, Marshall? He said he'd been to the mountaintops and he's seen the vision from the Lord. He said that was from God. He said that was from God. Now, why is he during the midst of him having the dream changing his mind already? This should let you know that this was not from God. Because if God said something is going to happen, guess what? It's going to happen. You understand?
Right.
It's going to happen. And if that was from the Lord for us to integrate with white people, which I still cannot even understand. Look at how they've been treating us ever since we've been here. Look at all of the evil that they've done to us since they've been here, since we've been here, right? And then now all of a sudden, God gives you a dream while you go to sleep and tells you in this dream that now you're going to join the people that has been raping, robbing, lynching, you understand, abusing in every single way. We got abused in every single way. You remember that famous picture of that brother that's sitting down and they showing his back? They're showing you what 1,000 lashes across your back look like.
Oh.
The brother's back, it didn't even look like a goddamn back.
Right.
It didn't even look like a back. The brother, Officer Malak down in Kansas City just shared the picture of Emmett Till and his mother and father standing over his dead body. And the brother said, how could you forgive white people after something like this? You know what I mean? How can we forgive them after every single thing that they put us through? How do we always find it somewhere deep down in our Christian heart to forgive the people that has forever been hating us? But let me finish this and then we'll jump to the next video. Let me finish Martin Luther King.
Come on, sir.
Now, I'm not one to lose hope. I keep on hoping.
Now, why didn't you lose hope as you see your dream is failing? You just said it turned into a nightmare. So why didn't he turn around and direct the people in the right damn direction and say, you know what, man, I was wrong. This shit right here, that ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna never happen. It ain't gonna never happen. And you know what, y'all? Let's remain separate. Let's continue doing what we're doing in our community. Do you know? I know you remember Mashallah, but when DMG, when I had you look up the statistics, I mean not the statistics, but the fine facts on us having our own transportation during the civil rights movement, right? And when he really thought he had, so he missed the whole point of why I brought it out, right? He turned around and said, Cap, you do realize that the carpooling and everything that was set up by Martin Luther King. And I'm like, light bulb. You know what I'm saying? Lamont, you big dummy. That's what a light bulb was supposed to set off and say, damn, wait a minute. If he can organize all of us together to make sure that all of us can get to work, why do we need to join them?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Black folks started the first goddamn Uber and Lyft.
Right. Oh, God.
They started that shit. So why do we need them? If you say, hey, who got cars? Everybody's that got cars, raise their hand. Who willing to pick people up and drop them off?
Right.
You understand? I am. They organize, find out which way you going, what direction you heading in, where you coming from, where you stay. All right, you can pick up so many people. Okay, well, get these folks right here. Y'all got to be to work at 8. They got to be to work at 7. So I'll be there to get you at 6. You understand? They put that shit together. So why didn't he turn around while he was seeing that this nightmare, this dream of his turned into a nightmare? Why didn't he lose hope? Because guess what? That's a good slave hope right there. It's a good slave, man. To hope one day to be joined together with Master. And it ain't gonna never happen, man. As we can see in 2026, they still don't want to join together with us.
That's like I could, Cap.
1 second, Warrior. They still unaliving us. They still oppressing us in whatever way they can. Everything can and will be used against a nigga in America. You understand? And I don't see why folks can't see that. But go ahead, Masha.
I was gonna say, you know, they got that song in the back of their head, "We shall overcome." Why you get beat in the head with bricks and dogs? You know what I'm saying? You still hoping that you finna overcome this devil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This oppressor is never gonna let up on you. You know what I'm saying? The only way you're gonna overcome anything is to turn to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know, other than that, brother, you just lost. You know what I'm saying? It's like this.
No, that's a fact, y'all. And you right. You right. That is what they say. You know, you remember the white woman that saying that when Barack Obama got inaugurated? She burst out, "We shall overcome." Just imagine Karen. Imagine a Karen breaking out singing "We Shall Overcome." You know what I mean? She sung that, and you know what I'm saying? That's some more rockabye, baby, man. That's some more put us to sleep. That's all that was. Matter of fact, Barack Obama, he's not even a brother at all. He admits that he's an African. His father is Nigerian. You understand? He's not our people at all. That's why he only gave us a goddamn track phone with 300 minutes on it. That's all we got from Barack Obama while he was in office. Do you remember that comedy special when Cat Williams had said when Barack Obama got in office, first thing niggas was doing, cheering him on. Yeah, we done made it. We finna get it. He said after the first, he said, "Hey, niggas was like, I don't know what the fuck he in there doing." You understand? Because he ain't did nothing. The man did absolutely nothing for our people, man. At the time when black people were being unalived most by white people, he went and sounded the blue alert for the cops. He didn't sound the black alert and say, "Man, we gotta fix this. Too many of my brothers and sisters are being unalived by white cops." He didn't say none of that. He went and sounded an alarm for white officers. And again, like I said, our people, they can't see it. They still sleep. They still sleep. Here, Martin Luther King is right here saying that dream was a nightmare. But I'm not the one to give up hope. Instead of go ahead, Ward.
Hey, is this before or after the march on DC? Because remember, he tried to make a play to get some of them subsidies for them farms. So I wonder if this was after the money play fell through.
You know what? I'm gonna have to check that. And honestly, I don't even think it was actually about that. I think he was just telling black people that, because remember when he turned around and had that meeting at that church before the March on Washington, he was telling everybody there, he said, "We going to get a check." Remember? He said that he said the government is giving away money for farmers. He said we're gonna get some of that money. I know exactly what you're talking about. But then when he got there, wasn't no mention of no money, wasn't no mention of no farming. You understand? If you actually go back and look at it and watch the video, you'll even see the crowd was confused. They was clapping a little bit, clapping went down, went to okay, wait a minute, huh? What are you talking about? Holding hands. I thought we was getting a check. You understand? Because that show how the hell I'll be, boy. You talking about some money? Let's get it. Everybody knows. But then when I get there, you talking about white women and white booty and all, you know what I'm saying, holding hands with white boys. I'm wait, what the hell? Like that video I had you sharing my Charlotte with that white woman. No booty at all, worthless. You understand? You passing up a bad sister to go get with a meth head white woman. That's terrible.
Right.
But no, I don't even think it was about that, Tazaya. I don't even think it was about no money at all. Because as you see, like you said, it didn't even happen. You understand? It didn't even happen.
Right.
So yeah, we're gonna have to check and see what's this after that. Because he did say that he felt like he was leading his people into a burning house also. And I know a lot of people like to twist that. So that's why I played this one instead of that one. I played this one where he is telling you that dream of his was all wrong. It's a nightmare. But he said, but I'm not the one to give up hope. Why in the hell not?
Right.
Why not drop a plan that ain't working? Why not drop it? That ain't giving up hope. What you're supposed to do is start over. You understand? You're supposed to come up with another plan. You see this one right here ain't working. Say, you know what? All right, let's scrap that, ball that up. Jordan, throw that shit in the trash, and then let's start over. Let's do something different. That's what he should have did. Not try to continue in hope that you would one day be, joined together with white folks. It's not gonna happen. It ain't gonna never happen. But let's hear it.
I still have faith in the future.
He still got faith in the future. So I guess he saw Nolan Wells at that time, huh? He saw that, huh? He saw all of the police beatings and unalivings from brothers and sisters that haven't even committed crimes, got pulled over, claimed that they saw a gun. I got another video that I want to try to play too, where the cops on the camera, on their damn camera, they are devising a plan as to why they hurt this young brother and broke his damn shoulder, and I think his back or something, an arm or something. They did something. Mistaken, I did. A white mother had a child, I believe, with a Hispanic man, and they claimed that they was looking for him. They was looking for this child, and they ran across a little brother, a little black kid. And the mother said, "Yeah, rough him up, scare him, rough him up a little bit." That's what the white woman said. This is why. Let me say this. I know it's kind of off topic, but this is why none of us should be having children with white people, man.
Right.
No brother should be having, and I'm talking, when I say brother, I'm talking about black or Hispanic, should be having no child with a white woman. No sister should be having no child with a white man.
Right.
They're going to mistreat our children. So she turned around and told the police. Now, you know the police is notorious for unaliving and oppressing black and Hispanic people. Why in the hell would you sick a dog on your goddamn son? It's because she hate him. You understand? She hate her own damn son. Why? Because she know that that's not her people. She know that child that she gave birth to is a Hispanic child. And nobody gives a damn about Hispanics other than Commander Junior Hanna and the men that follow him and the women that follow him in the ISUPK. We are the only ones that seem to give a damn. Nobody else does. Right? We're expendable to everybody on the earth. Right. So, but on that video, they were saying, "Oh, you know what? I think I saw a gun." That's what they said. I thought I saw a weapon. I said, "God damn!" This little brother, he got down on his knees, got his hands up in the air, and they roughed him up like what the white woman told them to do, but then found out it was the wrong one. And then on their camera said, "I thought I saw a gun, or maybe it was a knife." I'm gonna play that one too. I'm gonna try to get that one in too. Let me finish this one.
But I've had to analyze many things over the last few years, and I would say over the last few months.
So now he's reflecting, right? He's reflecting over all of the things that he was working towards, right? Black folks joining white people, us being able to eat in their establishment,
Mm-hmm. Froze up.
It looked like he froze.
Yeah. It's like Cap froze. Salakia, Cap.
Just
Can you hear me, Cap?
Just to give y'all an update, we talking about the speech Martin Luther King had when he was having a revelation and he seen that he was joining his people to a burning house. Those were what his words.
Okay, Cap dropped off.
And
Cap, hold on.
As I'm watching this speech, analyzing what's being said, to
Cap,
me,
hey, Cap, can you hear me, sir?
Get some money.
Yeah, you're not on YouTube. You're not on StreamYard. Something happened, kicked you.
He was a mouse playing in the game full of
it kicked you off StreamYard for some reason. I don't see you on here. Yeah, it kicked you off the StreamYard. Yep, it froze up and it kicked you off. You good on TikTok, but
Martin Luther King was upset he didn't get that money.
Okay, come on, sir. Come on.
Thought he was gonna get that paper. He thought he was gonna. Martin Luther King thought he was gonna ride off into the sunset with all the white women in that new Bentley Bentayga.
Mm.
He said they hustled me.
Got it. You know what I'm saying? Got him.
Hey, Salaki Adawan.
Go ahead.
I got a precept on the dream.
Go ahead and pull it.
Come on, sir. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 25.
Should be back up and running though.
I have heard what the prophet said that prophesies lies in my name, saying,
all right,
I have dreamed.
And that's what and that's what many of your preachers who think they're prophets, and all they do is lie. All they do is lie and say they have a dream like Martin Luther King. Your pastor, every time you come back and forth from the church, he say he done talked to God and he got a revelation. He is a lying prophet. You know what I'm saying? He's not a prophet for the people. He's going to sell you a dream every chance that he can get.
And then how was Martin Luther King?
Mute your one second.
Come on, sir. I got you.
All right, I'm back. I don't know what happened to the internet, but go ahead.
Go ahead, I'll
I was gonna say, Cap, and how was Martin Luther King, who was supposed to be a politician, mixing the church with the state?
Right. Exactly. Shows even more how this dude was just totally wrong for black people. He's not a black leader at all. He was not a leader at all. Okay, because if you claim to be leading black people, then what's supposed to be your interest is what's best for black people, right? Not your own personal dream that you had, because that was his dream, to be laid up with white women. You understand? Holding hands with white girls. That was his dream. That was not a dream of ours. You understand? That was not a dream of ours. So he totally was wrong, man. I haven't even seen a black leader for black people other than Commander General Yohana. He absolutely is following the correct recipe to fix black and Hispanic people. And it's found in the Bible. Nobody else is doing it. Martin Luther King, like you just pointed out, Tazayah, he claimed to be a man of God.
Right.
He claimed to be a preacher of righteousness. He claimed to be a shepherd of the sheep. But then went and got in the bed with the white man. You understand? The government
had a wet dream.
Their plan. Oh man, was pushing their plan on us. That was their plan for us to bring them our money. That's all that was. That's all that was. Since you niggas is here, then guess what? Now, guess what? We're gonna have y'all bring all of y'all money over here to our businesses so that we can be rich and not you.
Right.
Because if y'all remember that movie Rosewood, they was talking about the brother mad at the nigga got a piano. The nigga was doing good and they what, you know. And if you leave us to ourselves, right? Guess what? We're gonna surpass them by 1,000,000 years if you leave us alone.
Damn right.
And they know that. This is why we don't need people like Martin Luther King. We need folks like Commander General Hunter that, regardless of whatever they turn out, we're gonna build it back up. That's what we're gonna keep doing. We're not gonna turn around and get scared and say, okay, we join you. All right, just don't blow up another one of our communities. Damn, that we're gonna go to another community and build that one up. That's the attitude and the mindset that we need. Not to turn around and see. You remember when they said that too, Marshall? When they said that, what did they do to us when we was left by ourselves? Oh my God, that was horrible. That was horrible, man. Because China didn't do that. Right. China got bombed by the white man.
Man.
And they didn't say, you know what, we're going to join you. They didn't turn around and join the white man. They still separate. Damn and right. Somehow our people thought that was a good thing. They thought that was a good idea to turn around and join them. Go ahead.
When I be on a Clubhouse, I be hearing black people always talking about black progression and how we ain't went nowhere and we don't move the needle and stuff like that. Of course, because you can't stop adding the white man to everything that you do.
Right.
How you think you're gonna have any progression? You know what I'm saying? You gotta drop, you gotta stop loving him and separate and watch your progression, like the Bible says, sir. Like I just don't understand that. Salaki, I don't want.
Fact. Now that's a fact, my Charlotte. Look, I just heard a brother going in about white folks, and it never fails. Christianity is a horrible drug. It is a terrible, terrible drug. Right. Brother sitting here going in about the white man and all that they've done, and then when somebody asks him, "Are they gonna be in the kingdom?" Oh yeah. I was like this shit sounds stupid. How are you sitting here talking about all of the systemic racism that we face? How many people of ours that got unalived by them and all this, but then at the end, oh yeah, they're gonna be in the kingdom with us. I said, man, this is, hey, you know what? Whatever place that is that they talking about, make sure that we put that on the map and never go there. You understand? Whatever place, because I know it's gonna be slavery 2.0. You understand? It's gonna be slavery again, the way that they want it. With us bare feet, halfway dressed, getting our backs beat, living in an outhouse. They don't want you niggas living in no houses and no goddamn apartments. You know, a lot of you niggas live in townhouses now. Downtown St. Louis, a whole bunch of niggas that's buying them apartment buildings. I painted a lot of them down there. And you got a lot of brothers and sisters buying those expensive apartments that they don't want you living in them. They don't want you living in them. Man. I think one of them I did apartment. It's going for, it's like a bill 50. I think 150,000. A whole bunch of brothers and sisters live in there. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to know. They don't want you driving no cars, no Lexus.
It's like y'all the one.
Go ahead.
We got Brent James in the on the live, but he's not gonna be able to come up unless he show his face and put a shirt on.
You said put a shirt on?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck him, Mark. We ain't playing with nobody with no shirt on. Don't even worry about it.
All right, come on, sir.
If you can't come with some respect, then fuck you. You gonna respect this platform, man. Coming here with no goddamn clothes on. This ain't no porn site. This is real shit that we doing here.
Oh, God, sir.
We actually care about Black and Hispanic people. So you take your joke and shit somewhere else.
Hey, it's like if I could, Cal.
Go ahead, Doc.
The white man's such a devil that Martin Luther King didn't even get to see the mountaintop like he said. His family the one that got all that money when he got killed.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King didn't get to enjoy that money in them white women.
Yeah.
He really wanted to.
Yeah. That's a fact.
His family got it, and that was the cost. He had to take a bullet in his head.
Yeah. His family still getting paid to this day.
Yeah.
They still getting paid. His sons and daughters still pushing this mess, and they still getting paid.
Absolutely.
They are still getting paid off of this nonsense, man. That destroyed a whole race of goddamn people, man. This nonsense integrating, and then matter of fact, you got Donald Trump that's putting an end to all of the goddamn efforts. Everything that the civil rights stood for, he is now reversing it and throwing it in the trash.
Right.
DEI. It's a sister that we was doing business here with. This sister, I met them. I was getting some flyers for one of my businesses, and the sister had me and her was at this counter at the same time. And when they brought me mine, she was in there getting hers. And she saw my flyers, like, wait a minute. She said, man, this is what we looking for in our program. What she started was they have what they call a Taste of Black St. Louis, right? Mm-hmm. And this sister Aisha, she went and started the Taste of Black St. Louis, right? Mm. And so now the Taste of St. Louis was huge, right? Huge event. But the Taste of Black St. Louis started blowing up. You understand? With this sister every year, and every year more and more people coming to this thing. Soon as DEI got reversed, oh man, she had to shut the doors. She had to shut the doors. She couldn't get no more funding. You understand? For her and listen, white people do this all the time. This is why we need to start our own shit.
Right.
They've been doing it forever. They find ways to make sure that as a whole, we not getting the money. They make sure that. They make sure as a whole, they get the pay. Not us. You understand? And they've been doing that. I got a video on that too, but let me finish Martin Luther King.
All right, come on, sir.
Somebody said Salaki?
Yeah, I was saying Salaki. I said Brent James is in the audience. He got a shirt on now if you want him to come up, sir.
Man, fuck him. I said we ain't playing with him. He came in wrong. There's certain shit you just can't undo with me. Like I said, had you had any sense, you would have came in here dressed like a goddamn man the first time. I don't go anywhere half naked and expect for somebody to respect me and respect for somebody to let me in. You understand? And expect somebody to, hey man, I want to be on y'all live, but here I got to put my clothes on first.
Right. Absolutely.
I don't do shit like that.
God, sir.
You ain't coming up. Whatever you got to say it in the chat. Yeah. Ain't nobody coming on the stage disrespecting us.
Damn
Fuck Brent James.
Damn right, sir.
Yeah. All right, let's finish the video.
Agonizing moments. And I've come to see that we have many more difficult days ahead.
Now, the man is saying we got many more difficult days ahead. This shit ain't even promising. It's not. He's not even saying that, you know what, man, this is going to work. This is going to work. We got more difficult days ahead. As if the shit that they was going through back then wasn't difficult enough. Yeah, little girls getting blown up at churches. They had little sisters blown up on buses and on churches and all kind of stuff. You had a lot of our people being beat up. He had a lot of our people, they spitting at you, yelling, nigga, go home, throwing rocks at you. Police, they sent the police. They sent the police out there. What was the the dude name, Marshall? The one that one cop that down in Alabama that said we gonna send the force out to make sure that they don't march no more. Find it. I forgot his damn name. Oh, wait a minute, it might be in this book. Hold on. I got the book right here. I keep that book. Right
okay,
here.
come on.
The cop turned around and said, matter of fact, when he told the fire department to sick the hoses on the kids, they didn't want to do it. Yeah, Connor, Bull Connor. Yeah, Bull Connor. He turned around and told the fire department. He had them pull up with the hose. And he said, spray them all. And they was like, the fire chief said, wait a minute. Oh, we don't want to do that, man. This just innocent people and kids right here. He said, either you turn them hoses on or you will not have a job. They started spraying people anyway. You understand? They did it anyway. So, like I said, this is not even promising. This dude is not even saying this is gonna look good, man. Just a couple more years, you know, we got over the hard part. Now, a few more years, man, we're gonna get there. No, he said it's more difficult, many more difficult days ahead. Many more. And guess what? He wasn't lying. Right. Here we are, 2026, still facing them many more difficult days. It has not gotten better for us. Let's keep going.
And some of the old optimism was a little superficial, and now it must be.
Every single thing that he had was superficial. You understand? This whole plan, the dream, and all of that shit was superficial. It wasn't real at all. But see, now he's saying this. Now all of that superficial shit that we had that was wrong, as we can see, that's not going to happen, as we can see. Now he's saying this.
Be tempered with a solid realism. And I think the realistic fact is that we still have a long, long way to go. I think the big...
So the only realistic fact, you understand, the only realism that he added was that we got a long, long way to go. He didn't even replace it with something realistic like what he said. We got to take the superficial things that we had in mind that we see ain't gonna work, that it's never gonna happen, that dream was a nightmare, with something realistic. And he didn't give you anything realistic other than it's gonna be a long, long time. That's it. That was real.
Hey, Slaggy Cap.
Go ahead, Doc.
Even his choice in words when he said tempered.
Yeah.
Like if you temper steel, you have to send it through a blazing heat to temper. It's a harsh struggle to get steel solid.
Yeah.
So his choice of words of tempered, it's like he realized that this is more than a struggle. This is something that's got to chemically change in the white man.
Absolutely, damn right. Absolutely. And guess what? And that's something that he realized that ain't gonna change.
Yeah.
It was superficial to think that a people that have no sense when it comes to you. When it comes to you, have no sense of compassion. He thought, Martin Luther King thought that he was gonna like that famous sculpture that they have of the brother down on his knee, begging, talking about, I am a man. And Martin Luther King thought that the white man was going to be standing over you with that, cracking you with that whip, see you begging and hurting, and you hurting, you kicking me and hitting me and punching me. Please, I am a man. He thought that was going to change him. He see that didn't work. Martin Luther King realized all of the people that he had everywhere. He even took and put kids in harm's way. You know you're dealing with the goddamn devil. And he pushed kids to where thousands of them got beat and got arrested and are criminals. got felonies on their records for them not getting out the goddamn street, for them marching and protesting. They are now arrested felons because of this. And Martin Luther King is responsible for it. And he said this dream was a nightmare.
Right.
It's a nightmare. But let me play another video, because everybody should get the point of that. You understand? I know everybody gets it.
Hey, Salaki, if I could, Cap.
Go ahead, Hawk.
And they say he got that idea from Gandhi, in which he was over there watching the Indians in England, and he said we should get beat like them, as if we wasn't already getting beat. So his grand scheme was to get beat some more.
Yeah. And then check this out, though. I brought this out before. Gandhi wasn't no bitch. Gandhi wasn't no bitch like what everybody thought. You understand? When you go to his website, I'll send you the link. My shot, he might have it, because I got it in our layouts. But Gandhi actually was not like Martin Luther King. You understand? Martin Luther King lied and said he got that passive aggressive mess from that. But Gandhi was not about. Matter of fact, Halakaman, see if you can pull that up for me. It was something, I can't remember exactly what he said, but Gandhi was, Google this, maybe I think Gandhi was against the abuse of his people, something like that. See what come up. It's on his website too, because I used that in comparison on another show, to where Martin Luther King and his dream. You know what I'm saying? And because what Gandhi was doing mainly was Gandhi just wasn't eating. You know what I'm saying? Gandhi when he was going around and wasn't getting eaten, but he wasn't with his people being beat on and drugged through the mud like what we've been. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna see if the brother can find that. And I'm glad you mentioned that too, because as you can see, Martin Luther King just said the shit that he was thinking about was superficial. And every single thing. Now, I do believe that they paid Martin Luther King to go and study Gandhi. You understand? To where he could be similar to him. But like I said, Gandhi wasn't with that shit. Gandhi was totally against using his.
Shalak, if I could, sir.
Come on with it, Carl.
Right. To your point, you know what I'm saying? Gandhi was actually better than Martin Luther King. He did mimic him because of they had a picture. He had a picture of Mahatma Gandhi in his home, you know, in the dining room area, which is crazy that he even, you know, modeling a heathen anyway that shows his ignorance. And not only that, Gandhi was a better man in the fact of that when Gandhi died, all he died with was a spoon, a pair of sandals, and a bowl. He was a middle wealthy class lawyer, and he traded in being a wealthy middle class lawyer because it was a group of people in East India that was being oppressed, and he decided that he wanted to, you know, trade in his life for living, you know, being that wealthy middle class lawyer to become poor in order to free an undercast group of people in East India. So he was definitely much better because Dr. King did everything he did for the money, you know. Yeah. And yeah, you know, with that I passed, sir, at the water.
Yeah, hey, absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, Martin Luther King, he didn't totally study Gandhi. You understand? He did to a degree, but that passive aggressive stuff, man, that's not of God. That's not of Gandhi either. You understand? To sit and let people just beat on you and abuse you and harm you. You understand? And I hope Halak Mind can find that for me, because I'm trying to see how to word that. Because I think even Gandhi even mentioned something about taking up arms. If I'm not mistaken, why shall I find that for me? Why he looking for that? See, Gandhi, Gandhi say to use the use of arms was okay. I'm trying to remember everything that we had brought out, because I know you got it in one of them layouts because it pointed it out. You remember we brought that out about how Gandhi was not like what Martin Luther King said. Yeah, I want to because Brother Tazayah brought that up, and I want to read. Like I said, I can't remember what layout it's in though. I cannot remember.
Salaki, if I could, sir, I might got something for you here.
Go ahead.
It says that Mahatma Gandhi did not believe in physical self-defense using violence or weapons for himself or other practitioners of Satyagraha, which is true force. However, he firmly rejected passive cowardice.
Yeah. That's it. Come on.
Stating that physical resistance and even violence were far more honorable than running away or submitting out of fear.
There you go. There you go.
Oh,
that's one of them. That's one of them.
So Martin Luther King, he decided to up Gandhi one and be a complete bitch.
Yeah, absolutely. 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 Go ahead, a lot.
Hey, Salaki Cap, I was just going to say, so in other words, Gandhi didn't believe in turning the other cheek.
No.
Right.
No.
I got something else too, Cap.
Come on with it.
It says rejection of cowardice, as explained in his philosophical writings on Between Cowardice and Violence, is where you can find this at. Gandhi stated that if someone is not ready for total self-immolation or non-violent resistance, physical self-defense is an honorable act of bravery compared to cowardly submission.
Facts. I told you, Gandhi wasn't no bitch like you said, Gandhi was not totally what he claimed he went and got from him. Now, it's one thing to be violent. We know that the white man is extremely violent because he see a people and because of no reason at all will harm them. You understand? The white man hate the color of our skin. He hate our goddamn hair. You understand? Every single thing about us, they hate. I got a video of a white woman telling a sister to go back to her country where she came from with her fat ass. And you should see, and I know the sister was thick as could be, but you should see what the white woman looked like. She ain't got nobody. She ain't got nobody at all. Straight iron board. And talking about the sister being fat. You understand? They go in on us just because of how good we look. You understand? They'll be violent towards us just because of how good we look. So nobody's with violence. Nobody's just talking about just going around being violent. But like Officer Tazayah just said, being a bitch, no, we ain't with that. We ain't with that at all. You understand? Just turning around and getting slapped upside the head, like I said, spit on. And they actually had classes where they were teaching people. They were teaching brothers and sisters to get mistreated. Mashallah, find that picture for me again. The one where they had the sister in the face yelling nigga to the sister, trying to teach her to sit there. She's at the library or she's drinking her coffee and she's reading a book and she's going to ignore all of the nigga in her ear.
Yeah, did y'all hear that chat?
The brother standing there smoking a cigarette, blowing the smoke in her face. Nigga, you know what I'm saying?
How to be submissive and docile.
And he turned around and somebody said something?
No lie, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, they turned around and was teaching our people to turn around and take that mess. That's what they was doing. Teaching men and women how to get a rock thrown upside your head. There you go. This is one of Martin Luther King's classes. To where you're sitting there reading a book, minding your business. You're at a coffee shop or something. You know what they like? Starbucks.
Right.
That's Starbucks. They're Starbucks. They're reading. They got coffee and donuts and sandwiches. They chilling, minding their business, and some out of nowhere a white woman comes and pulls the sister hair.
Yeah.
Calls her a nigga. They teaching them how to take this. Another white come in the way and blowing smoke in their face, and they teaching them how to take this. This is why you see it's another famous picture where the sisters and brothers went into a restaurant and they got eggs and flour and milk and all kind of shit poured over on them. And they just sitting there. They just sitting there with the goddamn egg poured on top of the egg. The flour thrown all in their face. See if you can find that one, my shadow.
Guys,
Hey, Salagi, if I could, Cap.
Come on.
The fact that they had to teach that lets you know that it's not natural to be submissive like that.
Right. Right. Come on. And that's what Gandhi just said. Being violent? No, we ain't with being violent. We ain't with just trying to harm and destroy people. But being a coward, being like this, like you said, this ain't nothing that we should have been teaching and been being taught by our people, man. Martin Luther King knew that all of this was like what he said, unrealistic. You understand?
Salah, yes, sir.
Come on.
And not only that, like you were saying, a heathen was teaching that. Now here it is, Dr. King teaching black people, which we know that the Bible is for black people, written by Israelites, for Israelites. And the Most High is a man of war. David also said, the Lord teacheth my hands to war. Christ told the disciples, sell everything you got and go get you a sword. You understand? And his commandment also says, thou shalt not kill. You understand? Meaning not just go to unalive, but if somebody is trying to hurt you, you know what I mean? Then you sit there, and you defend yourself. We are not taught in here to be no bitch. Dr. King actually is giving classes on how to be a bitch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There you go. That's another one. That's another picture. Damn right. Absolutely. Here it is right here. That's assault, man. That's what they're doing is they are assaulting them. I don't care if it is a Kool-Aid or water. You understand? If you take water and throw that on somebody, that's assault. And you have the right to defend yourself.
All right.
But Martin Luther King taught you to just sit there, just take the egg, just take the hot coffee. You understand? Just try to wipe it off before it get on your neck and burn your neck. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what they was teaching our people, man. It's terrible. And this was not a dream come true, man, at all. This was like what Martin Luther King said out of his own mouth, a nightmare.
Right.
But then they turn around, and because of ISUPK, we got shirts that say that Martin Luther King's dream was a nightmare. They get mad at us for us saying it, when Martin Luther King said it out of his own mouth. Right. That dream, he said, that dream I had turned out to be a nightmare. God damn. Now, if that ain't enough to make you snap out of it, the man who had the dream told you that it was wrong. The man who had the dream told you it was a nightmare. It's like he said it, and still, for some odd reason, what was the song, Mashallah? We shall overcome. We shall
someday.
God damn, man. Hey, drop that one for me, y'all, so I can put this video up.
Oh, all right, come on, sir. Then the words say, deep in my heart, I still believe.
God, my God.
Hey, Salagi, if I could, Cap.
Come on with it.
Like how you were saying it would drive you insane. Like, I just think about how knowing what we know after those protests where our people would get abused and tortured, and they go back to their little house in the little part of the community. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Martin Luther King was reporting back to the white Democratic political leaders laid up in some plush hotel buying white prostitutes.
Right. That's a fact. That was that dream he had. You understand? And he was living out his dream. Had that beautiful sister at home, but then going to lay up with a goddamn dog. Going to go lay up with a dog. And then you had to pay the dog too. Like, oh my God, how disgusting could you be? And then remember when DMG said he wasn't talking about who the man slept with or the man's character. Why not? And that's what Martin Luther King said. we're going to start judging men by their character.
Right.
And any man that buys a prostitute or pays for sex is a nasty character. You are a disgusting, despicable character. You're not supposed to be paying for damn vagina. And then you claim to be a man of God. You claim to be a man of God out here buying coochie. Right. Now, where they say that in the Bible? Well, that's lawful, Masha, to go buy coochie. Like, come on, man. The Bible clearly tells you not to prostitute thy daughter. Right. And then guess what? You ain't supposed to be buying no prostitutes either. That's evil as hell, but Martin Luther King did it. So let's play this one. Show you something else.
Federal government did not just exclude Black families from building wealth. It actually destroyed the wealth building potential of Black neighborhoods. Through agencies like the Federal Housing Administration, the government rated Black neighborhoods as lending risk. They literally drew maps, and the neighborhoods where Black families lived were outlined in red. That is where the term redlining comes from.
Okay, now real quick. Now, I remember, right, my grandfather, he owned a house right here in the city, not too far from the school, maybe 5-6 blocks up, right? And I remember one day sitting there listening to him, and he had his bill in his hand. He had one of his bills in his hand, and he had his head down. You know what I mean? He had his head down. I said, Papa, what's wrong? You know? And he was like, I'm looking at this bill, son. He said, it's gas bill. He said the gas bill was $900 some odd. He said, I called the company to see why my gas bill was so high. Now, remember what the brother just said about redlining, right? What they told him was he was in a red zone. Now, you know that the brother just said that they take the red line and draw the neighborhoods that we stayed in, right? To make them high risk. Like, for instance, anything. Insurance in the hood is extremely higher in white, our neighborhoods than it is in white neighborhoods. Why? Because we live there. You understand? The gas, the damn water, the sewer, the trash, everything is higher in our community than it is in the white community. So my grandfather, he told me, he said they told him that his house is in a red zone. Now, my grandfather, he wasn't the brightest. Now, he couldn't read and couldn't write. Hard working goddamn man. You understand? Owned his own business. His wife helped him run it and operate it. You understand? And they became millionaires off of their business. But what that good old boy from Mississippi could not understand was what made the zone red. He said it. He said, why is the gas higher in what you call this red zone than it is anywhere else? You understand? And he didn't know. He couldn't figure out that it was because it was a black zone. You understand? That's right. Why. Of course, they ain't just gonna come straight out and call it what it is and say the black line in the black zone. That would be too obvious. You understand? But that's what it was. Yeah. And they still doing that stuff to this day. They make sure that we don't get a piece of that pie and that wealth. They make the loans difficult for us to get. You see what I'm saying? To where we could buy a house, to where we could turn around and live in a decent place. They don't do that for us. They make it hard. Then they shot the credit up. It used to take $550 or $600. Now you need a $700. They suppose they dropped it back down because there wasn't nobody buying houses. You understand?
It's like what could, yeah.
But it went to a 7, and they know Negroes ain't got no credit score, no 7. So now that leaves you out of buying a house. They come up with all kinds of tricks. Go ahead, Marshawn.
Nah, then with that, then what they do with that redlining, you know what I'm saying? They, it ain't nothing but black folks in poverty staying in that red area, and they boost up the property tax to the houses, and now it can't be afforded anymore. So now these people are moving out, and this is where this gentrification comes in, where they buy our houses. You know what I'm saying? For my grandma, for almost nothing. You know what I'm saying? And build $1 million home in his spot. And we'll never be able to get that area. I mean, it's a lot of we're in Atlanta, so I've seen a lot of brothers say, man, this area didn't used to look like this, man. This was all our people out here. You know what I'm saying? Now you got, these 500,000, $250,000 houses. You know what I'm saying? In the hood, where black folks used to be. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot.
Yeah, kind. It's the same way here in St. Louis, and just last year's tornado, I think that's another addition to their plan. Number one, they did not sound the alarm. They knew that the tornado was coming, and just so happened the white woman that pushes the button, she was gone to lunch. She ain't supposed to have no lunch break. Her lunch break is by the button, Marshawn. You hear me? That's what her lunch break is. But somehow, for some reason, she was gone that day. And
hold on, Cap.
Huh? What you say?
Hold on, Cap. So she guarding the button out there. She need a break. She need a break from watching the button. Like, if anybody should be able to eat at their desk, should be her.
Absolutely. That's where her lunch break is, at her desk. But this day she was gone to lunch. You understand? She was out of the office. She wasn't even in another room to where she could run to the button and push it. She was all the way gone. And I believe that was done intentionally as well, because they knew that storm was going to hit the majority. I mean, that tornado was going to hit the majority of our houses. You understand? It hit the majority of our community. And they knew that, and they failed to push the button. Failed to sound the alarm, and I really believe they did that on purpose so that they could do what you just said, where they're gonna take our houses, because a lot of brothers and sisters losing them. It was just a sister on. I read the article where this sister she's begging for a place to stay for her and her brothers. She lost the family house because the family, the grandmother, I think she passed it down, but she wasn't able to get it right paperwork. You understand? So now this sister done lost her house because she can't go legally claim it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
And that has happened to a lot of our brothers and sisters. They can't get that money that they claim that they can get to fix their house because they can't show proof of ownership. The owner died 30 years ago, and they just had the house in the family. You understand? So, yeah, go ahead, Marshawn.
Now I was gonna say back to pushing that button. With all that technology, they couldn't have did it remotely. She ain't had nothing set up to where they could.
Come on,
like just an excuse, Cap. It's just an excuse because they got a whole plan to wipe that area out, Cap. You know what I'm saying? And it's just an excuse. Just people, yeah, come on.
It worked. This part of the city is dead now. Me and my cousin was just talking about it, how dead it is. Me and my rib was just talking about how dead it is. It's dead around here.
Damn.
It's dead, no lie. Straight up. Businesses are steady closing around here. Businesses that was cracking. It's a brother that Steve's hot dog spot that was across the street from the school here. You understand? This brother had to close. He was cracking before that happened. Well, he had to close doors because nobody was coming to buy dogs. Nobody's in the area.
Right.
The owner of this building where we got a daycare downstairs, man. He got like 3 students in the class now. He got about 2 or 3 students in the damn daycare now. He ain't got no kids in like he used to have. Because over 5,000 families don't have a house now in the city.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's part of it. They're gonna use that to do what you just said. They're gonna take that opportunity, get all them properties, because they're going around now, starting anywhere where they leaving bricks at, they knocking the building down and picking them bricks up.
Yeah.
Yep, they knocking the buildings down, picking the bricks up, and they're gonna turn around and rebuild it, like what you said. They're gonna redo this area. That's the plan here in the city of St. Louis anyway, is because white people want to be closer to their downtown. They finna redevelop, they talking about redeveloping the downtown area to put businesses back down there. And of course, you already know they're gonna push ours out, put theirs back in, and they want to be closer to downtown St. Louis. So right here in the city, that's what they're going for. So yeah, I believe that was.
Think Cap froze again.
God.
Cap it. Hey, Salaki, Cap, it froze you up again, sir. It froze you up again on StreamYard. Yeah. That one kind. Hey, what's going on, Haru? The champ. You said the champ is here. You the champ? Champ or what? Haru.
Muhammad Ali in the building, ain't it?
Yeah, he said he the champ. Champ of what? Champ of the wimps?
That nigga in a pool fight with homosexuality.
I don't know what he the champ of.
He gotta conquer that gay demon every day.
Right.
He said peace. He come in peace. A brother come in peace. A brother come in peace. We ain't know what you're talking about the champ.
Nah, I'm clowning you based on your name, nigga. Haru. It ain't got nothing. Got nothing to do. Just cracking a little bit, cause I know your name ain't Haru.
Right.
But
oh
God.
Yeah, man.
It's a heavy topic, cat, man, because the
Black
history for us is horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
To find out that Gandhi wasn't even it's like that.
Okay, I'm back on.
Okay, go ahead, sir. You got it.
Yeah. All right. I don't know what's up with that internet. they still working on this building, brother. It's Lord have mercy.
Okay, sir.
Yep. Maybe that got something to do with it. But let me show this video real quick. This brother right here, Booker Wright. This is the mindset that they want our people in, man. And this is what Martin Luther King was teaching our people. Check this out. Listen to him. Listen to this brother.
On the inside. Oh, you wonder what can I do? Sometimes you tip, sometimes you say, I'm not gonna tip that nigga. You don't look for no tip. Thank you. What did you say? Like, could I take care of you? Don't talk to him like that. That's my nigga. That's my nigga. Oh, yeah, football. I'm your nigga. I'm trying to make a living. Why? I got 3 children. I want them to get an education. I wasn't fortunate enough to get an education, but I want them to get it. And they are doing good. Night after night, I lay down and I dream about what I had to go through with. I don't want my children to have to go through with that. I want them to be able to get the job that they be qualified. That's what I'm struggling for. I don't want this and I don't want that, but I just want my children to go through what I go through with. Hey, tell that nigga to hurry with that coffee. I'm on my way. So that's what you have to go through with. But remember, you have to keep that smile.
Ooh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
That's what you got to go through. But you got to keep that smile. Let that sink in. What Captain Tazariak said, let this sizzle in your spirit. This is what Martin Luther King was teaching right here. And this is how you know this is all wrong, man. This is all wrong. Okay? Let's listen to it again. But this was horrible to even hear this brother even say this, man. Go ahead, Marshawn.
I'm thankful for the YNs, Cap, because they ain't got they ain't catch this weak spirit this brother got right here, man. They beat all the way down, man. At least it was some good direction from the ISUPK. Them YNs can be some good soldiers.
Yeah, they will.
But follow like this right here, Cap, you ain't gonna be nothing but a wimp.
Man, nothing but a wimp. And that's exactly what this brother is, man. He said, yes, sir, boss. I'm your nigga. I'm your nigga. God damn, this is terrible.
Although you're crying on the inside. Are you wondering what else?
Although you crying on the inside, knowing that these hunkies hurting your feelings day in and day out.
Ain't no way.
But even though you crying on the inside, just listen.
What can I do? Sometimes you tip you. Sometimes you say, I'm not going to tip that nigga. You don't look for no tip. Yes, sir. Thank you. What did you say?
You say, yes, sir. Thank you. And the devil got something in return. What you say? He ready to go in. You say, yes, sir. Thank you for not giving me a tip. I ain't giving that nigga no tip. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. What you say? What you say? Ready to hurt the nigga for just saying, yes, sir. Thank you. What they say, we can't win for losing. We can't win for losing with these people. This is why you should have quit the game. You should have quit. Because you see that you are not going to win. You're going to forever lose. And this brother said this on the end. Let's
come back, be glad to take care of you. Don't talk to him like that. That's a good nigga. That's my nigga. Oh, boss. I'm your nigga.
Oh my God. Did you hear how his voice got as he going into yes, sir, nigga. I'm your nigga. Yes, sir. I'm your nigga. Yes, I'm your nigga. Yes, sir. I'm your nigga. He terrified, man. This brother is terrified. And I couldn't live like this, man. I could not live. Get a Commander General Hunter a hand, man, for taking real brothers and real sisters out the goddamn mud and making them so. Man, we ain't living like that. We ain't living like that. Damn right. I heard that one, my Charlie. You've been working on them sound effects, brother.
I got you. I got you, sir.
Very clear. Hey, listen, Commander Junior Hunter ain't having it, man. No son or daughter of his is going to, yes, sir, I'm your nigga. Yes, sir, I'm your nigga. that ain't how we living around here, man. You understand? That ain't happening to us. Oh, no. But listen.
I'm trying to make a living. Why? I got 3 children. I want them to get an education. I wasn't fortunate enough to get an education, but I want them to get it. And they are doing good. Night after night, I lay down and I dream about what I had to go through with. I don't want my children to have to go through with that. I want them to be able to get the job that they be qualified. That's what I'm struggling for. I don't want this and I don't want that, but I just don't want my children to have to go through what I go through with. Hey, tell that nigga to hurry up with that coffee. I'm on my way. Well, that's what you have to go through with. But remember, you have to keep that smile.
Remember, just keep that smile. Oh, this is terrible. That is horrible. That is horrible. And let's see if any of that shit worked.
It's a lot here, Cap.
Any of it worked. Go ahead, Marsha.
We got a brother in the chat named Space. He talking about, bro, he owned his own business. You did not watch the whole documentary.
That's not the point. What is it?
Right?
We not talking about the man owning his own business, dude. What's
wrong? Ass ain't no goddamn business.
We talking about the weak ass spirit, nigga. If this my business, fuck your tip. Right. Don't come back here. Don't come back here. If you don't tip, then get out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Listen, with my businesses, I don't take none of that from nobody. I ain't begging no customer to stay with me. I ain't begging no client of mine to give me no money. You understand?
Right.
If you don't turn around and like my services, you take that shit somewhere else. My Charlotte, listen, you already know one of my franchises, right?
Yeah,
hey, if I start getting complaints, they already know. I done had petty complaints, stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? I know how these white folks are. I drop them before they drop me. I'm like, hey, listen, I don't deal with that. So, hey, y'all take y'all contract. Right. I ain't begging you for shit. I don't give a damn. Right, I'm not begging you for water. I'm not. Yes, sir. I'm your nigga. I'm your nigga. That's what he said. If you the nigga, then why the hell you sitting here, acting like that toward them? Yes, sir. I'm your nigga. That's a good nigga. That we said. That's a good nigga. Yes, sir, nigga. I'm your nigga. I'm your nigga. Like, come on, man. We talking about the mentality, brother, not owning no business, nigga. That's what we talking about. We're talking about the mindset of the brother. He said, even though you crying inside, you're hurting because of what you are doing to you.
So like if I could count.
Go ahead, huh?
Knowing that's what black people, our people was facing, I damn near can understand the drug dealer and why he would deal drugs instead of being a yes sir, I'm your nigga. I can almost damn near understand why a man would go out and pimp or commit crime or do something other than being an old fetch 'em, skinning and grinning all day.
Right. Right, because it don't sound good at all. It's not a good look. You understand? It's not a good look at all. You know, and that's something that the white man devised as well. That's part of his plan too, to take away our businesses, to take away the ability for us to take care of ourselves through our businesses and us patronize his. Everybody started going to his business. Now it's this push for black businesses now. Shop black.
Right.
We wouldn't have had to do that if we was already shopping black.
Right.
Had we stayed black back then, if we'd have let Martin Luther King have his white dream, because that was his damn dream. He said it. That was his dream to be laid up with white women. So if we'd have been staying black and shopping black, remember that video that we played, Mashallah, to where the black community down in Mississippi all came together to store food for everybody.
Right.
To where a family of 5 could eat for a year. They used to store that much food. The whole community came together. The women was cooking the food. The men was keeping the fire going so that the women could cook. The women carrying the food and the brothers is carrying it away, putting it up, storing it. So that families of 5 didn't have to pay for no goddamn food. So if we'd have stayed black, we wouldn't have had these issues. To where this brother, I just said the alarm is going off and he's still asleep. The brother is focused on him having a business versus his mindset. He missed the whole point.
Whole point, Cap.
The brother missed the whole point.
Salakia, Cap.
Come on, Nicole.
Yeah, you know what you saying so heavy. You know what I'm saying? I've been dwelling, you know what I'm saying, on this thing right here. And I guess that particular brother saying he rather lay down, you know what I'm saying, and bend over. You know what I mean? You know, brother, you got to think about that, brother. You basically just said you willing to bend over, you know what I'm saying? As long as you can get you some money, right? But it also goes back to what I was thinking in my head. Like you said, this integration messed us up so bad. Like the brother was saying, we rather, you know, like the man, brother, they used to tell me when I was coming up, this what the white man gave us. And they was talking about the drug game. You know, basically, you don't have no other opportunities in life. If you want to survive out here and if you want to eat, young brother, this is what you got to do.
Right.
Or be poor. And that's what we was reduced to, destroying each other, pimping out each other, you understand, and thinking that this was the only way that we can get up. And you know what, that mentality still lasts to the day. And a lot of brothers and sisters out there fighting with this. You know, there's some of us don't want to do the things that we doing. We don't want to keep jeopardizing our freedom, you know what I'm saying, going to prison and things of that nature. But brothers don't got nothing else that they know how to do to get up out of this oppression and poverty. A lot of us is just trying to find a way, a solution, you know what I'm saying, to be able to survive and comfortably feed our children and things of that nature. And I think, Kat, what you touching on, the people would like to hear a little bit more, and myself, about the solution, you know what I mean, to get back, you know what I'm saying, that where we was at concerning, you know, some of these topics. We poor in our finances. We don't know how to, manage our money. A lot of things, obtain housing and all of these different things, Cap. And I think it's just a heavy topic that we need to be educated on how to get back to that, if you could.
Right, damn right. And guess what? The way that you're going to start that off is by separating from them. You got to take your spirit out of America, man. You gotta listen to Martin Luther King say that his dream was a nightmare. You gotta actually hear the alarm and wake up and see that it was all wrong. Martin Luther King said it. It's a nightmare. I don't think that he could have said it in no better way than the dream that he had has turned into a nightmare.
Come.
That should make you wake up right there.
Right.
You could be asleep and hear that and say, whoa, what? You understand? Wake the hell up in total shock and say, God damn.
It's a lot here, Cap.
And 1 second, Warrior. And guess what? And then the next step is following what's in the Bible. Like what Commanding General Yohana is teaching us. You understand? That's the real solution right there. Waking up, snapping out of it is part of it. You understand? Realizing that integration was a failure and a flop. Realizing that white people are going to forever hate us. You know what I'm saying? Realizing that we ain't going to never join them and be equal with them. That's one thing. But what's inside of the Bible is everything. And it tells us how to deal with these people. And joining them was not the way. You understand? Wanting to be one with them is not the way. Why do you want to be equal with somebody that God said that you greater than? The Lord said that we greater than everybody on the planet. Why do we want to be equal with somebody? Why are we fighting for equality instead of us living the way the Lord said to live? It's greater than them people. And we've shown it throughout history. Is every single time, just a few short years coming out of slavery, we surpassed white people by, years. They wondering how are we doing what we doing? And they continue to destroy us every single way. Why? Because we doing better than them. And every time they destroy, we shouldn't have got that spirit like what the brother did and said, I'm your nigga. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Have a nice. I ain't tipping no nigga. Oh, yes, sir. Have a nice day. What you say? You know what I'm saying? You got to sit here and go through that. The brother thought that that's a good thing to go through just because he has a business. I don't want to be harassed by my customers. I want to give them what I got to offer. And if it's a restaurant, I want them to come in and enjoy these big old burgers and fries and chicken and fries. You understand? And I want them to tip the nigga. That's what I want. I want them to get up and say, here's the tip. That food was delicious. I'm going to be back next week. You understand? Not turn around. The brother said, if your heart hurting. Did the dude even hear the video? My child. Taza, was the brother listening? Did he even hear what was being said by the brother? Even though your heart, you hurting on the inside. The hell is he talking about? This brother owned a business and he wasn't living the best life. He wasn't living his best life, owning his business. Look at what he was going through trying to make a dollar. You understand? Now, Martin Luther King thought that changing these.
Hello, Moto.
Hold on. Martin Luther King thought changing these folks was going to be the solution. And let's see if anything changed today. Okay. Matter of fact, hold on. First, before we get there, I wanted to jump into the Green Book. You understand that the brother, what's his damn name? Victor Green had made. You understand? This is a guy, right? This is the black guy by the brother Green. He was a postal worker. And this brother ended up making this little pamphlet with, he used resources like he used his connections that he had at the post office different people that he knew, some other private connections, all kind of stuff. This brother went to work to make sure that brothers and sisters were safe while they was out there traveling. You understand? They got sundown towns. You know, they still got sundown towns to this day. There are still communities to where black people cannot stay in after dark. To this day, ain't nothing changed about that. We still getting lynched by these people. We still getting unalive by these folks. But this brother turned around and made the green book. I went on and bought it. You understand? And it's got different businesses in there to where wherever you travel, and if you in Alabama, Connecticut, Columbia, Washington, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, and summer resorts. This brother, he had a lot of connections. You understand? In order to get this list and this little book of businesses and safe places for black and Hispanic people to travel. You understand? So, but I just wonder, why do our people know that this stuff happened? Know that this is a real thing. This ain't nothing that we just making up. You understand? We're not making up anything on white people. These are all things that they taught us. It used to shock me when I was going to school, and how the only thing that they taught us that we were was slaves in history class. Anybody else experience that? In history class, that's all they taught us, was we was just slaves. They taught us how they used to beat us. This is in school. They taught us how they used to rape our mothers and our sisters and our aunts and grandmothers. They taught us all of this in school. That's all we were, was just slaves. Nothing more, nothing less. And then you have our brothers, like the brother that commented and said, I missed the point. when clearly he is missing it. You understand? Us being joined together with white people, even by the man who tried to organize it all, said it was a failure. During the midst of it, my child, that's why he was alive. This wasn't nothing that was thought of by somebody else after he died. He realized this himself before he died, and he said it. He said it was a nightmare. All right, but let's see if anything changed with white people to this day. Let's see. All right.
I mean, would you use the N-word out of interest?
Yeah.
You would?
I do quite frequently.
You use the N-word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist. Are you?
I use the N-word quite frequently. Wait a minute. This is 2026. And the same way we was called niggas way back then on the movie Rosewood, when the white woman lied and said she got raped by guess who? She said, nigger. That's what she said on that movie. The sheriff, guess what the sheriff was hitting at? The white sheriff was hitting at. The deputies was hitting at. He was looking, he had a look on his face. He was like, no, I don't know if we want to pursue this. But because she said, nigger, they pursued it and unalived every nigga they ran across. All because a white whore lied. And you know that happens so many times. The brother, right. Me and the brother DMG, we was having a discussion about white people and their dealings, and how innocent brothers are in prison by dealing with, you know what I'm saying, white girl getting lied on, saying that they raped them. And DMG had a story. I'm sure he had told it before, but he ended up getting put in the mix where he stopped some brothers. DMG stopped, I think it was like 3 or 4 brothers from running a train on a white girl at school. DMG turned around and said, "Hey man, y'all don't want to do that, dog. Not no white man. Y'all better think twice. Something bad gonna happen." So the brothers did not do it. You know what the white girl did the next day? She went and cried for niggers. And guess who was included in that? DMG. And thank God they had a camera. The brother would probably be in jail. DMG probably would be in jail had there not have been a camera to witness him stop this white whore from giving her body away to 4 or 5 different brothers. He was looking out for those brothers and told them, man, don't do that. Don't be dealing with no white girl on this level. Don't do that. And she lied and put him in there and said he did it too. She lied and said he was one of the assailants. God damn. And here we go. Do you think that you finna change these people? Do you not hear how comfortable she is? Even when Piers Morgan called her a despicable racist, did she budge? Look at the evil in this white bitch face. Did it even bother her? I don't even think she blinked at all. Listen to it. Watch it again.
I mean, would you use the N word out of interest?
Yes.
Yeah.
You would?
I do quite frequently.
You use the N word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist. Are you?
Some would say I am. I guess according to the ADL, I'm a white supremacist. I'm a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, well, if you use the N word repeatedly, you are a racist, then, are you? Are you?
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding, helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech.
Do you hear that? So you achieving white freedom of speech, it has to be accomplished by calling black people niggers? And you think you're gonna change these people? Myself, do you hear this? Did y'all just hear this? She just said, if that's what I am, then hey, I'm gonna embrace it. Guess what? All of them embraces it. Every last one of them embraces being a racist and hating black people. Every last one of them do. You understand? Ain't no shame in their game when it comes to hating us. And she just said it. She just said it. And she said, I'll embrace it. Look, if that's what I gotta be in order to achieve some real white freedom of speech, then so be it. Good damn night. Now, I really want to know, what is the recipe for changing that? To where a person that thinks that they cannot have white freedom of speech because of your black ass, they see you as the problem. You're saying the N-word quite frequently to whoever the hell you want to. And nobody's stopping you. Nobody's saying anything other than the niggas that you saying it to. And you don't even hear them when they complain. She doesn't even hear the nigga when she calls him a nigga. So who is stopping you from having your white privilege and your white freedom of speech? Who's stopping you? But it's always us. We are the reason that they don't have white freedom of speech. God damn, boy. These people are evil as could be. And there is no fixing this. Let me play this other one real quick.
This minute-long cell phone video shows an encounter between customers at the Bonefish Grill in North.
And the audacity right here to come at our table and tell us that we are the rudest people that she has ever met. Look at her.
Then the woman, who we now know is Nancy.
Look at her. See how happy she is to call them black women niggas? She on the hey, hello, hi, it's me, Karen. I'm over here. She proud of that. And you think you're gonna fix that? You think you're gonna fix this? Man, you better think again. That brother commented and missed the whole point of the brother Book of Rights story. I wonder, matter of fact, Marshall asked him, what is the solution to fixing this white problem that they have? You understand?
Well, he actually
huh? Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Me and him been kind of going back and forth in the chat. He actually wanted to ask us what the solution. We've already said it, but I'll ask him what the solution. Space, go ahead and put in the chat.
Yeah, no sweat.
Solution. Your solution. He said we're being divisive. He said we're being disrespectful, being divisive.
How we being disrespectful and divisive? Brother, that's a legit question. That's a legit question.
No, I think Yagadar in the chat, he put the whatever the guy's story was. He said that he got unalived in his own restaurant by a white man.
Yeah, he did. He did get unalived.
Dang.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, I think they tried to put that off on a brother.
He said there is no solution for how they think, sir. It's how we think, plan, and organize.
Okay, now that's somebody in the UPK said that, right?
Nah, that's what he said. He said that's what Space said.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. That's the brother that missed the whole point.
Yeah, that's what he said.
So why is he arguing with us instead of joining us? Instead of saying you brothers are right, ain't no fixing this.
Right.
Let's come together. Brother, you need to contact the ISUPK because that's absolutely what we're doing, organizing and coming together in here, right, versus joining them. We know ain't no joining them. We learned that from the past. We learned that from the past. We learned that from Carmelo and you understand? You can't even play sports in high school with them. Okay? We learned that from Nolan Wells. You can't even go on an island and go to a party and try to kick it with them. You understand? We done learned that from so many different examples of our brothers and sisters being unalived by these folks. So, brother, you should be joining the ISUPK. You should be getting in here since you know that it ain't no joining them.
Right.
That it ain't no solution. You know what I'm saying? To fixing them. It's not going to work. It's just not. But listen to this. Let me play this and then we'll go on.
He still don't get it, sir. He talking about how many people can you hire. That's all he care about.
Damn.
He care about saving. That's all he care about. He don't care about nothing else, guy.
Do you know how many people Commander Julian Hunter done hired, brother? Thousands of niggas. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he don't get it.
Damn, no, he don't get it. He one of the ones we talking about. He one of the ones that cried because white people call him a nigga. He one of the ones get his feelings hurt because white people don't like him and don't accept him. He that type. He gotta be that type of brother. God damn. He said, how many people can you hire?
It's like it, Cap.
Brother, don't you realize, one second word, brother, don't you realize the reason black folks ain't got no job because of white people?
Right.
The reason black businesses don't thrive like what they start them off to do is because of white people. Are you paying attention to anything that I'm playing? Any of the videos? Any of the redlining? Or the president, creepy Uncle Joe, the ex-president said that black people often face all kinds of hell, discrimination. You understand? That some of us will never face.
Right.
Do you believe your creepy Uncle Joe? Do you believe him? How many people can you hire? If our people didn't have that mindset like you got, brother, a lot of brothers could hire a lot of brothers. A lot of sisters could hire a lot of sisters. But it's that mindset. That's what need to get fixed. And the more you stay in the ISUPK and listen and learn, then guess what? That mind to get right. You'll get your mind right.
Absolutely.
That's what's fucked up, brother, is your mind, and you don't even realize. You don't even realize. You upholding white people, hiring black people because they own the business. But what else do they do when they get ready to? They fire them. My Charlotte, give me that number of black women that lost their jobs last year.
Okay.
Because it was 300,000, over 300,000 that lost government jobs. Donald Trump personally fired 300,000 black women. And this brother talking about how many people can we hire? When you ain't even thinking about the 300,000 that just got fired. You ain't thinking about the other, I believe it's another 3 on top of that 3. Am I right, Marshall?
Well, it's 300. It's 300,000.
That's for the government job.
Okay.
I'm talking about total.
Okay, come on. Let me see.
Give me a total of how many black women lost their jobs last year. I just saw this in a post I was reading. I believe it's 600. It's over 600,000. White people fired over 600,000.
Yeah, it's over 600. Yeah, I see it. It says in January.
Go ahead. Are you at
January 2020? So January 26, 2026. Between February 2025, between February to December, roughly 600,000 black women lost their jobs, driven largely by federal workforce reduction and the corporate DEI eliminations.
So brother, what is your solution to that? Huh? How many of them sisters can you hire, nigga? While you asking me.
Right.
Which one of them you hire? Over 600,000 of them need jobs, brother. White people fired over 600,000 black women last year. How many can you hire? Let's see if he answered that.
He said, no, he trolled. He said all of them.
See, stupid nigga.
Yeah. He ain't got no solution.
Right, you are a waste of time, brother. And it's sad that you like that. The shit that we facing here, you just admitted to it. But then you gonna double down like a little bitch, like what Martin Luther King wants you to be like. That's what Martin Luther King wanted you to be like. That's what the brother Booker Wright was like. The white folks fucking bitch. A fucking pet. To where you ain't talking about organizing with no brothers for real. You ain't talking about coming together to do nothing for real. Talking about you can hire all 6. You probably ain't even got no job. God damn, man. Do you see this? Do you see this, Mashallah? God damn. Here we are. We trying to fix you and help you. I told you that alarm going off and he's still asleep. Rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. That nigga still asleep. And he refuses to wake up. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, if you use that analogy, you know what I'm saying? It was a nightmare, right? Like when most people have a bad nightmare, they don't go back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to drift back into that damn nightmare. You know what I'm saying? They stay up and be like, I ain't going back to sleep to get back into that dream.
Right.
And these Negroes went back to sleep, Cap.
Right. Nigga woke up for a hot second and went back to sleep.
went
Hey, you
back to
right.
sleep.
Usually when they wake up for a nightmare, they jump up, go splash water on their face, looking all in the mirror and shit. Try to shake that shit off. And they can't go back to sleep. You right. You right, my child. But that brother just woke up and said, "Oh, ain't no solution for fixing white people." How many new people can you hire?
Right.
How many jobs can you give black people? Like, man, yeah, you ain't my child. Damn. So let's finish this video real quick.
Goodman calls another customer the N-word.
You're too loud.
We're too loud.
In your opinion, let me show you my money. It's just as green as yours. Right, you're so stupid.
We found Goodman at her home.
I'm a 7.
Now, listen to this. Listen to this old white hope. You see the sister, like, baby, check this out. My money green is yours. But guess what, sister? They don't care about your money.
Right.
That's right.
The only color she saw at that moment was black. She didn't see green. And I know that sister got a lot of it. I'm sure her and her company of beautiful sisters got a lot of paper. But they don't give a damn about that. She saw black. She didn't see green. She didn't see George Washington on that dollar. She saw Shaquita. That's what she saw. She saw a nigga.
God.
So listen to her excuse.
Goodman at her home.
I'm a 71-year-old woman who lives in Raleigh. I suffer from tremendous anxiety.
So you 71 and you suffer from tremendous anxiety. So this what we got to deal with. We got to get called niggas because your old ass got anxiety. Because you an old stupid white hoe and you got anxiety. Now we got to deal with that. Right? Let me tell you something. The sister from what's her damn name from Clubhouse? I forgot that sister's name, man, but she told this story in one of our rooms. And she worked in the nursing field at that time. And she was telling us this story about how this old white woman called her every damn thing in the book except for child of God. She was a nigga every day she came to work. She was a bitch, a hoe, and this and that, all kind of stuff. The white woman called her everything. All because her excuse was, well, my children, they left me here and they don't come visit me. Bitch, that ain't her fault.
Right.
That is not her fault. Them bastard ass, terrorist ass children of yours left you there. So she takes it out on the black woman. So now this white hoe is talking about she got anxiety. She's 71 and got tremendous anxiety. She got tremendous anxiety. So they're supposed to endure your bullshit because you got tremendous anxiety. This is ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
She says that anxiety and the women's behavior pushed her to act as she did.
I'm not going to.
So, because she was going around calling customers the N-word, calling them nigger. That's why she was pushed to act the way that she did. When those women were recording you, talking about how you just called someone else a nigger. And that's all they was doing. But it was because of their behavior. Those customers, those black customers, were sitting down behaving themselves. They chilling, having fun. They're enjoying their time with one another. But because this hoe stupid and got anxiety, now they got to get called niggas while they're trying to enjoy their time. Let's keep going. Listen.
Say I'm sorry to them because they kept pushing.
She says, I'm not going to say sorry to them because they kept pushing. They just kept pushing.
At it. So, and that's all I'd really like to say.
What about your use of the N-word?
I used that word because they forced me into it.
Oh, wow.
Do you see how that's incredibly offensive?
Yes, I do. That's why I said it. I would say it again to them.
I'll say it again. That day. Good damn night. I said it because it's offensive. Don't think for 1 second that these people do not mean to be offensive to you niggas. Because yes, the hell they do. Yes, they absolutely do. You understand? They mean to be offensive to you.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, Michael. She said, I'll say it again. I ain't saying sorry. I meant to say the offensive word because I meant to be offensive. And I'll say it again to be offensive. Now, how you going to fix that? Why you got this brother trolling us? I ain't gonna say he trolling, but you know, say he just off. Yes, he ain't necessarily trolling, but he definitely off like hell. You understand? The brother is off like hell, saying that we off. When look at the people that we dealing with. Look, I mean, come on, man. What else can we say? What else can we show? And then on part 2, we're gonna show the Christian side of it. We're gonna show the Christian side of the civil rights and the joining of black people with white people. Oh man.
Hey, Salaki Cap.
Come on out.
I got a precept real quick.
Look, I knew you did. You understand? I already knew Halakha, the precept king. I know you had. Come on with it, huh?
Come on, sir. Consider the work of the Most High, for who can make straight which he hath made crooked?
Excellent precept.
That was a prime example out of one.
Excellent precept. While Martin Luther King thought that he was going to change these people, thought that it was okay for us to just imagine, right? And I remember when Commander Julian first said this, just imagine the looks on black business owners' faces as they sit and watch all of their customers march across the street to go to the white establishment instead of coming to the black one. When he said that, boy, that rung a goddamn bell so loud and so hard in my head, it won't stop ringing. I could only imagine to where here you are, you got the best food on the planet, right? No, nobody cooks better than a black and Hispanic. Okay, when it come to white people, they put raisins and shit. Well, raisins, thou art not shall be. You understand? Like they do all manner of shit. That I seen a white woman cooking a meal in a dishwasher. I don't even want a woman that even thinks of such a thing. Honey, tonight I'm making your favorite meal. It's coming out of the dishwasher. I'm getting rid of her that day. Because you can't fry me no chicken wings in no dishwasher. So you obviously do not know what I like to eat. You don't know what my favorite meal is. You understand? But I have seen white women put meals in dishwashers. So do you think I want to go to their restaurant? Like, what's that dude named? Gordon Ramsay, whatever the hell that dude name is. He think he is such a chef. You learn how to cook from black people.
Right.
That's where you learn your skills at. From watching black folks cook. One of East St. Louis's, well, it's not technically East St. Louis is damn. Wait a minute. Not Shiloh. Fairview Heights. Fairview Heights, Illinois, right? It's kind of close to East St. Louis. A little ways past. One of their favorite restaurants, Lotta Water Creek, right? Guess who was cooking the food? Blacks and Hispanics. And that restaurant was famous. That restaurant was famous. And you got our people in the back that made it famous. It wasn't white folks. You understand? The white man just said, okay, we're going to sell salmon, we're going to sell burgers, we're going to sell fish and chips, we're going to sell French fries. That's all he said. But it was blacks and Hispanics in the back cooking. You understand? Made the food so goddamn good. And made that restaurant what it was. They closed it. You understand? They closed it now. But that's where he learned that he is psychotic as he could be on that goddamn show. And he learned that not because he was such a great chef, but because he learned how to cook from black people. You understand? So, like I said, man, it's just terrible how our people cannot see. They like what Marshala said about the brother on the TikTok in the chat. Woke up and went right back to sleep. And that's a lot of our people, man. It's just too much. It's too much. They can't take it. What do you mean separate from white people? What do you mean create your own job, your own industry? That's what black folks should have done with the skills that they done obtained and the money that they done got. Let's build our own industries, not turn around and get a degree to go work for theirs, and you might be one of the 600,000 to lose your job. The hell does that degree mean now? You ain't even working in your field. You got fired. You probably thought you was going to retire. You remember on that show that we did, Mashallah, with the brother that and the sister that lost their job. I mean, the brother that lost his job. The brother that said he be sitting at home crying every day while his wife get up and go to work.
Mm-hmm.
This brother, he was damn, not an architect. He had some type of job. I forgot what it was. But the brother had an excellent job, man, and thought he was gonna retire there, and got fired. Why? Because they hired some white people. They hired some white people. One of my dad's best friends, he a doctor, right? This brother here, I remember him telling my father one time about how he ended up. It was 3 white boys that came into the job, and he trained the hell out of them, and they fired him after he trained them. You understand? They fired him after he trained them. And I remember him telling my dad about that story, about how he turned around and gave them 3 white boys all he had. He was running the hospital, the division of the hospital that he was working in. He was running it. And he thinking that he could have 3 white assistants up under him when they came in to replace him. So I remember that brother complaining about that. You understand? So, and we've been going through that, man, since we've been here. We're the last one hired, first one fired. You know, they're doing that to keep us in the state that we are in, the position that we in, living below the poverty line. You understand? They want us to do the things that we out here doing, selling the drugs and committing crimes and doing all of that. When guess what? That is not what we have to do. You do not have to do that to survive. What we could do is come together as a people, and we can make sure that we all eat. We can make sure that we all eat. You understand? We can make sure that we'll have some businesses and we can make some money so that we can take care of ourselves and our families. It can be done, but the mindset had been taken and stripped right out of us a long time ago. That warrior mindset, they killed that shit in folks, boy. To where I'm your nigga. Yeah, yes, sir. I'm your nigga. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the type of mentality the white folks want to see. is you being they good old nigga. They don't want to hear and see nothing else. They don't want to hear you niggas complain. They don't want to hear you niggas complain about slavery. They don't want to hear you niggas complain about recent. They don't want to hear you niggas complaining about Carmelo Anthony. They had a white boy go out there and start protesting. They had white folks to go protest the protesters at the Carmelo Anthony damn trial. They did that. So they don't want to hear your mouth, man, at all. You understand? So real quick, I grab me this scripture.
You're so right, Cap. You can be the victim and still receive death threats.
Yeah. Go to Ecclesiasticus 6:13.
It's like I gotta run, sir.
This is what's needed right here. They wanted to know the solution. This is part of the solution right here. Like I told you, all the answers can be found inside the Bible. And Commander Junior Hunter has all of the answers. All you got to do is just get them. All you got to do is come get them, man. You understand? Go ahead, Art.
Come on. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies.
Do what?
Separate thyself from thine enemies.
Separate thyself from thine enemy, man. Keep reading.
And take heed of thy friends.
And take heed of thy friends. You know, they turned us against one another a long time ago. You understand? To where now brothers and sisters, we don't even look at each other as brothers and sisters. We don't even realize that we family. You understand? We look at each other just like another nigga. You know? I got my own family at home. If you got kids and a woman or a man, you say, I got my own family, I got my own kids. You're not even looking at your other brothers and sisters out there, whether they biological or not. You don't even see them as family. When we absolutely are. We're all family here. You understand? We are all family here. What did the Pointer Sisters say? They had a song that said, we are family. I got all my sisters with me, my people with me. You understand? And that's how I want it. I want a place for us. You understand? All of us, man, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, not joining together with these people. Because you see, joining together with them, man, it did us no good. Got us nowhere. The man who's totally responsible for it all, he said himself that it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. So I don't see how this man still gets praised for all of his work when his work was a failure. He said it. He said he said we got to replace all of that superficial shit that I had in mind with something realistic. And the only thing realistic that he said was, we got a long, long way to go. That was realistic. That was as realistic as he could get. Because guess what? When it comes to what he was trying to accomplish, there is no finish line, man. There is no one day. You know how you complete a project?
Right.
And you sit back and you look at it and enjoy it. You understand? Be like, oh man, look at this. Look at this here. I remember when me and my sons, we built one of my gun boxes. You understand? I got several gun boxes. I got one that we take and roll out when we go to the gun range. You understand? Me and my boys turn around and put that thing together. And when we finished all our gun boxes, we was looking at them. I was like, damn, son, you did pretty good. Cold with that saw, boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, you with the nail gun, son. Yeah, you was nailing the shit out there wood, boy. We sat back and we looking at the guns. You understand? We looking at them hanging in the boxes. You understand? We rolling it around the house and how we would roll it once we get out there to the gun. Boy, you should have saw all them devils look at us like we was straight crazy. Rolled that box out there that we made with all them guns in it. And guess what? We had no problems that day out. We had no problems that day. You understand? Because they knew, guess what? That family down there, them niggas down there, they armed down there. They heavily armed, the size of that box. You understand? So they ain't trying nothing with us. You understand?
It's the logic, Cap.
Come on.
I was gonna say it's okay for them to take and train their young sons how to use rifles, and they buy them pocket knives, at the age of 8 years old. They have pocket knives, and they know how to use a rifle. But when you but you are a threat when you come to that range, or when you show up with your son, with your young man, your young son, and you're teaching him how to, properly shoot a rifle. They don't like that. I yield, sir.
Damn right, they don't, and they've been training theirs to defend themselves since forever. They ain't going out like what we going out. They ain't falling for that Martin Luther King banana in their tailpipe. They ain't going for it. You're not doing them that way. You understand? And guess what? And neither are we. You understand? It's time to separate from the people that have been hating you since forever, man. It's never going to work. Let that goddamn dream go. What did Jesse say? Keep hope alive. Let that hope die. Don't keep hoping that alive, man. What we should be doing now is turning our hope towards one another, toward the Most High, His laws, statutes, and commandments. Realizing that we are actually people, we're not niggas, Negroes, and colors, and Afro-Americans, African-Americans. We ain't none of the stuff that they call us. It's only us that's got all this confusion shit wrapped around us. You understand? To where we don't know who we are. We don't know where we from. We think we're from Africa. We think we Africans. We are the only people on the planet confused like this. Nobody else is. White people know who they are. Chinese people know who they are. Africans know who they are. Everybody know who they are. So we got to be who the Bible says that we are, which is that lost sheep, you understand, of the house of Israel. We got to be those people. Because there's not another people on the planet that live in such a way.
That's right.
You understand? That you ask 10 different people what's their nationality, they're going to give you 10 different answers. One of them going to say Christian, one of them going to say black, one of them going to say something, all kind of mess. like damn, like what race is that? What race is Christian? You understand? Like, god damn. So, like I said, man, it's crazy. But with that, listen, make sure that you tune in to ISUPK, right.com, whatever city you in. You getting them classes, man. It is time for us to come together as a people. All right. And this is the place where it is most successfully done at, in the ISUPK under Command of General Yana. All right. And with that, pay your tithes, and we'll see you on the next show. Shalom, Israel.
Hey, shalom, Israel.
Yeah, you know the name.